Hello everybody, I'm back here at UKG 2025 once again. I'm here with Nathan from the Grimdark Compendium to take a look at some inks and enamel washes that will up your painting to an nth degree, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. So today I'm demoing the Grimdark Compendiums Villainy Inks range. We've got the first set, and obviously we've got the launch of the new Phase 2 set. This is a combination of enamels and enamel special effects, such as skin effects and your weathering effects, and also some dry and chalky effects as well. But yeah, it's just demoing, because a lot of people we've had today have been really scared of, like, never seen enamels, never used them. And then when you show them how easy they are to actually use, they're like, oh my god, I never realised they were actually that easy.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get into the colour ranges and the selection in a moment, but I think a lot of people look at enamels in the same way they look at oils, and there's a fear there that they shouldn't have really. Yes, you need thinner of some description rather than just water to thin or clean them, but it's really relatively simple to use, and if people don't like the long drying time of oils, enamels are a winner in that regard.
Absolutely, yeah. So that's why I always say to people that people have been put off, maybe they've tried oils in the past and they've not liked the drying times, they get a little scared of like the chemicals that might be in them. But with the enamels, like you say, they dry a lot easier, and with the formulations that we've used in ours, we've got like the least toxicity, so they're completely safe to use. And then just using like your mineral spirits and stuff, like you said earlier, it's just really easy to, it's almost like drawing. You can paint it on or draw it on and then wipe it back off if there's any. Yeah,
I mean, it's one of those things, people often, they worry about fine lining or getting really deep recesses and then all of a sudden painting over something they've already worked on.
Yeah.
But with enamel you can just go in there and wick it away.
Absolutely. I think one of the key points that a lot of people have been fascinated by is, like you said earlier, with like say if you're panel lining and sometimes you might miss a little bit or you go over, with enamels it's so easy, you can just get a little bit of mineral spirits, just push it back into that line, and hey presto, it's all gone.
Yeah, it becomes very neat indeed. Do you want to tell us about the sort of colour selection then in the range?
Yeah, absolutely. So primarily there's three different types of colours and effects that you get within the ranges. First of all, it's your standard like weathering effects, which dry to a matte effect. And we've also got some effects like the decay of death, which is like a sickly green, and that dries really matte to chalky and powdery. And we've also extended upon that as well with the new range for the All Is Dust. But where I think these really shine is the skin effects, which dry from satin to gloss, and you can with all of them you can sort of control how matte and satin they dry, depending on how much mineral spirits you use, such as the Carrying Crimson, which has it's really got like a mottled effect. So when you put that on there, it's got these tiny little pigment particles that you can move and push around for specialised gore effects and skin effects.
I mean, it's a range we looked at when the initial line came out many months ago on OnTableTop, and it intrigued me then. For people who obviously do a lot of Warhammer 40,000, this is a great next step to up your painting and just push it beyond. Because these days, with the likes of contrast or speed paints, you can get a very quick highlight to shade, and then enamel over the top, because you're working from enamels rather than water-based. They can go right over there, you don't have to worry about sealing or anything else, and all of a sudden you've got something that looks like you've spent hours or days in a very quick amount of time, and it just looks fantastic.
Absolutely. The some of the display models that I've fetched today, one of them that I've got, a lot of people say, God, that must have took ages, and I'm like, would you believe me if I told you that had only got 3 steps to it? So it had a white prime, it had a wash of the Goons Grime, and then a little bit of the Carrying Crimson, and there's got that much variation and like mottling effects and all shadows just from one little paint. But like you were saying earlier, for even people that are maybe not even interested in the Grimdark style and just want to wash the models quick and get them on that tabletop, you could easily put your contrast paints on to get your base colours down, and then give it an overall unifying wash of something like Goons Grime, wick it away, job's done. Couldn't have been faster.
Smashing stuff. If people are here at the Expo, where can they find you?
So we're with the Element Games booth. We're down there at I think it's Hall 3, and then they can find us just down here demoing next to Pete the Wargamer.
And if they are online, where can they find us?
So online you can find us at the grimdarkcompendium.com, and also on our Instagram and Facebook. And then I've got my own channel as well, which I collaborate with these guys, which is the Feral Painter on YouTube.
Okay. there you go, folks. Definitely, if you're here, check these out. If you've never tried enamels, this is a great way to start into them. And have a look at the YouTube channels as well. See exactly what can be done when you just take a few extra steps and raise your painting with that. We're going to push on and see what else there is to offer here at the Expo.